Giga Texas is back down to 45% complete with some improvements to the math. Welcome to My Tesla Weekend. An astute observer last week noticed that the footings were approaching 90% complete on the graph, but they weren't in practice, not visually and not with counting on the sitemap either. I found the error in the equation and have corrected it, and the completion target date has changed, so please stick around until the end to see it. The progress this week has been slower than usual across the site due to an unexpected snowstorm blanketing the area with freezing rain, or I guess less blanketing than sheeting it, but either way, it's under the weather, and whether human or a factory, it's not the ideal conditions to get things done. First things first, and I have to say this because in past weeks you guys have stopped the video before we got this far, let's look at the progress chart by category so you can see how it's changed, and it's changed badly. I had hoped there would be enough progress this week that it wouldn't look quite so bad, but the ice storm hit, and my biggest beef is that things ground to a halt, so here we are. Giga Texas is 45% done, and if you look at the tracker with the proper trajectory, it's still good, just not as good as we might have hoped in the past few weeks. Those hopes were based on faulty figures, misplaced math, and faith in a shaman who hadn't adequate accuracy, namely me. I'm the shaman in this parable. I know, I'm not happy about being the false prophet either. This is why it's so helpful to have you guys double checking my math, and I thank you for that. So with this in mind, let's take a look at the week-by-week progress with a quick shout out to my Patreons who get early access, bonus content, and truly help keep the channel running as I move forward toward my full-time ambition. Like Calvin Doe, who just joined as the first ever Cool in the Gang sponsor. Thank you guys all so much. So here's how the site looks as of February 15th. And let's roll it back to December 14th and watch it go by week. The orange is the footings, the gray is the frames, and the dark gray indicates rough roof completion. The final roof won't be counted until we start counting the interior completion, which likely won't start until the buildings are largely closed in from the weather, which is still probably a few weeks out at least, I would think. Once the walls close off, we'll start the 4-month countdown tracker for those areas based on the time frame in Shanghai's phases 1 and 2. Considering how much interior work has already started in Austin, it's fair to say that your Cybertruck will be rolling off the line sooner than the Wall Street analysts think, but who cares, because those guys are notoriously wrong about almost everything, despite how much money they charge you for their pretense of being smarter than the flip of a coin. And if you really want to stick it to me for this mistake, my mistake, you should subscribe so you can always be among the first to see my new stuff and question my worth as a prognosticator and/or as a human being more generally. I mean, that's always fun. Or you could just say first, because apparently that's still a thing. For an added stick of deep-fried funzarella, let's look at the floor count, which is currently at 26% single floor, 59% double floor, and 15% triple stacked or higher, specifically to a maximum of a 4th floor, but only specifically along the loading docks along the west side, the specific northwest, if you will, so we'll just call this the Northwest Passage. So here it is, here you go, wait for it by not waiting for it, because I'm just going to tell you, at the current pace, the main site in Giga Texas will be finished in 468 days, which is to say it will reach completion on or about November 1st of 2021. Bear in mind, there are a number of other projects underway around the site that could slow this down, and there's also no reason for the whole building to be finished to commence production, which could speed it up. And check it out, man. I'm making short videos when short videos are appropriate. Isn't that great? I mean, who does that? So what did I miss or misunderstand? Leave your grievances in the comments below, and stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots in The Purge, which, based on current weather events and the adjustment to this tracker, I assume is right about now.